Hi, welcome to my channel, Phenomenal Lifestyle. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. I have to tell you about last night. So Tuesday night, I went to a burlesque show. It was at the Rialto Center for the Arts in Atlanta. I took my daughter. It was presented by the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, AHF for short. And they are a foundation that helps serve, as of now, over 1 million patients with AIDS as far as providing medical care, meds, and all of that in the United States and 43 countries total. So the theme of the night or of the burlesque show was Safer is Sexy, a celebration of safe sex. It was a free event, fully covered by AHF, and it was hosted by Flame Monroe, who is one of my favorite comedians now. If you're not familiar with Flame Monroe, he was featured on Tiffany Haddish's Netflix special, They Ready, and he was my favorite by far. In fact, after I started watching it, or after I finished watching it, I started following him. So I follow him on Instagram, and just his journey with his stand-up and things that he's doing. And I love his lives. He does a live on Instagram where he answers questions and talks with the viewers and stuff. And it's called Coffee Time. So, and he does it out of his kitchen. He's just real down to earth in LA. And he does it out of his kitchen, his kids. You see his kids, his dog. He likes to make bacon, but big thing is he loves coffee. So went to that. He was a great host. The show was great. I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know the theme of it. I knew who was hosting. I knew I knew that the AIDS Foundation was sponsoring it. So, but I still had no idea what to expect. The dancers were great. The costumes were great. The sets were great. The sound was good. Lighting, all of that stuff. So it was very entertaining. Flame was funny. He was able to put in his comedic expertise into everything. Despite it being AIDS is a tough subject. It's not always pleasurable to talk about. But he took it all the way back. He inserted personal experiences back in the 80s. He talked about when AIDS was first discovered. He talked about a group of close friends that he had. There were 14 of them in the gay transgender community. And he mentioned that as of now, there's only 2 of them left out of his 14 close friends, group of friends, and that's him and one other person. So he talked about how AIDS has personally affected him, and he talked about going to jail. He talked about politics, and like I said, it really helped make the show light, but he still pushed the subject of safe sex and AIDS and protecting yourself and loving yourself, really. So it was great. Like I said, the show was free. He mentioned that he was paid $50,000 and the check cleared, and they already asked him to host again next year. It's kind of a tour. Atlanta was the last stop. So it was a great show, and I'll go again. I would definitely go again. After the show, I had to use the bathroom so bad. So I'm waiting to meet him because I brought coffee samples. If you didn't know that TLC, the CBD company that I sell products for, there's a coffee sample. Now I hadn't tried it, but I knew I would be seeing him. I actually was going to mail it to him, to his P.O. box. But when I knew that I was going to see him in town in Atlanta, I saved it. I didn't mail it, and I was actually able to meet him. I ran into him on my way to the bathroom, and I had to call my daughter over. Come on, I'm gonna go meet him. I'm gonna give him his coffee sample. So I was able to do that. I hope that he enjoys it. I hope that he drinks it and gives us a review on his live. That would be great. So looking forward to that. Again, it was a great show. They gave out free condoms and literature about AIDS and things like that. So after the show, headed back to the car. So this was downtown Atlanta, and there was like private, parking lots and whatnot where you swipe your card and you pay for your stall number. So pretty much everyone that was parked in the parking lot that I parked the Jeep at were there for that event because it was like right across the street. So I noticed immediately as we were walking back, there were a couple of cars with boots on them, like their time expired, So when you paid, you only had the option of paying for 3 hours or all day. So 3 hours for $6 or all day for 10. So I did the 3 hours, and I was actually 3 minutes late getting back. But what I realized was I don't think they had a boot big enough to go on my big tires for the Jeep. So I kind of lucked out, and I felt bad for everybody else. They had to stand there and wait and pay the fee and do all that. But that's just what happened. So after that, my daughter and I decided to go check out 2Chainz' lounge called Escobar in Atlanta. It was both our first times there. Been wanting to go, just hadn't had a chance. So it was about 7 minutes away. So all this is in the downtown Atlanta area. It wasn't large, but it wasn't small. It was it was real cozy, kind of a dim, dark atmosphere. He had chandeliers. He had sections that you can, get bottle service and secure. Blue couches. There's like a brick wall. And then all the artwork was like canvas, no frames, but like canvas paintings or reproductions with pictures of Pablo Escobar, who is the famed Cuban drug pen from Cuba. So, and it was at various stages of his life. There was like a prison photo, a young man photo, one of his older photos where he had the full goatee. So it was a very good ambiance. I'll say that. The drinks were good. Had margaritas. The drinks were good. It's a hookah lounge, so there was hookahs, smoke everywhere. People smoked hookahs. People smoked cigarettes. People were smoking cigars and everything else you can imagine. So it was a very chill spot. There were people there on dates, gay couples, straight couples. There were groups of friends, groups of guys, groups of girls. The DJ was awesome. And I had to go take a picture of the DJ because the setup was reminiscent of the Pink Hotel that 2Chainz did, where with the car, the famous pink car in front of the pink house. But this was, I couldn't tell what kind of car it was. But if you see, I'm going to insert pictures. It was cool. I've never seen a DJ table set up like that, where it was like literally the front end of a car. So that was really nice. The bar chairs, stools were lucite, so you could see through, and the theme was like blue, gold, and then some clear accents. It was very nice, very nice. The menu was good, pretty much soulful. You come to Atlanta, you expect certain things on the menu. We ordered blackened salmon. We ordered crab cakes, collard greens, and mac and cheese. And it was delicious. It was delicious. I love the atmosphere. Didn't see anyone famous. A couple weeks ago, I went to Old Lady Gang and saw, a couple of people. So I guess it just depends on when you go. It was kind of a slow night for a Tuesday, but it was so chill. Overall, I will give this lounge an A. I love the location. I love the drinks. The food was great. The atmosphere was nice. And I love the fact that they had security and valet parking. So overall, I give it an A. So that was my Tuesday night. Very eventful, very fun. Things to do in Atlanta. Just life in Atlanta.